Okay, so we're finally ready for phase 3 and the final phase of our hip flexibility program. This one's called Pigeon. It's a fairly advanced yoga pose. I do have patients go to that figure 4 stretch that we did in phase 1. That's kind of a modified pigeon. So it might be that you stay there for a while. But I like the stretch because it's actually a 2-for-1. You get a stretch on the back on one side and a stretch on the front on the other side. So this is our pigeon stretch. So it's easiest to start in all fours, and then you're just going to bring one leg up and then ease that foot back so that the hip is facing the mat. If you're way up like this, that's okay. You may actually need a yoga block to go underneath that hip on the other side, and I'll show you this on the other side once I get to it. But that's going to lift my hips up off the mat a little bit. So feel free to grab a block. You will classically see this stretch with the foot way out here. Personally, I'm not a fan. I like to put my foot where it wants to go. So let this angle be your own angle. There's no rules in yoga, other than the fact that you don't want it to hurt. So let's make that clear. So I don't need the block, so I'm going to let it go. So this is upright pigeon. I do like to stay here for a moment or two just to kind of let my body get used to this position. And again, I said you're going to feel a stretch on your left back hip on this one and a stretch on your right front hip. So I'll stay here for, probably a minute or so. And then you just want to ease your way down. Let your elbows lay on the mat. I do like to let my head rest down. You can put your thumbs together like so and place them at the area between your eyebrows. That's your third eye or your seat of wisdom. You can just allow your body to rest into this position. Always breathing nice and deep, relaxed. And I'll typically ask patients to stay in this one position for, a couple, 2-3 minutes, rather than doing that classic 20 to 30 second hold. Just go ahead and let your body relax into this position. And once you feel like you're happy with that and you've gotten a good stretch, we'll switch sides. So we're gonna ease this leg back like so. And like I said, if you need a yoga block, you would just put it on that opposite side. Tell you what, I'm gonna demonstrate this so that you can see where this block goes on that side. So if you needed the block under your hip, that's kind of what it would look like. So it's kind of on my sitting bone a little bit. And again, that's pulling my pelvis up off the mat so I don't have to struggle with this position. And here I'll stay upright for a few minutes or a minute or so. Let your neck relax. Don't worry about being upright like that. Don't want to strain your neck. I'm going to slide my block out and go down into my sleeping position here, sleeping pigeon. Let your shoulders relax, let your jaw relax. And again, you're going to hold this for your 2 to 3 minute time frame. And we will ease out of that and go into one of my favorites, and that'll be Happy Baby. And Happy Baby is you start on your back. You're going to grab your knees and pull them up and get a nice little stretch to the low back with a bilateral knee to chest stretch. Then you're going to grab a hold of your feet and gently pull downward. Sometimes you'll see Happy Baby with the feet being held on the lateral aspect or the outside aspect. Sometimes you'll see it hold on the toes, but just kind of figure out where you want to be. This is another one that I kind of like to rock side by side because it makes me feel good. So feel free to rock if you'd like. I also really love this stretch on a yoga block. By the way, this yoga block is 3 inches. So if you go to buy one, you want a 3 inch. The 4 inch is a little bit too high. So you're gonna put this underneath your sacrum area. That's the end of your back, essentially where the little triangular bone is. So place it right there. Go ahead and grab your knees again. And now you've got a really nice, relaxed, happy baby. What we've done with the yoga block is we've brought our hips up to our torso, which allows for a really nice, relaxed feeling of stretch in the low back and the hips. Can't really rock side to side with this one because of the yoga block, but it is a nice option to do happy baby on the yoga block. So obviously you can feel stretching through here, a little bit into the inner thighs, and that's our happy baby. So we are ready for phase 3, restorative pose 3, and that is legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is a lovely place to go. When you got the time and the space to do that, it's a beautiful position to go in when you're just really wanting to get some downtime and some relaxation time. I do like a number of pillows. Sometimes I'll even get a blanket, maybe some eye cover. I definitely like my music. You can do a little essential oils or candle or whatever, kind of floats your boat. So legs up the wall is a hamstring, I don't want to say stretch because I really don't want it to be a stretch. I really want it to just be a relaxed position. So that being said, it all depends on the length of your hamstrings where you're going to start this position. So classically, you'll see it with the hips like literally right up against the wall and the legs straight up like so. Because I've done this for so many years, I do have this flexibility. I could do this just fine. I don't feel a big stretch because of my level of flexibility, but let's say that you're not quite that flexible in your hamstrings. So you're gonna back up a little bit. I'm probably 5 inches away from the wall maybe, and that's a good place to start. So again, with restorative, you want your pillows and your props so that you feel comfortable. So I like to do a pillow under each arm and a pillow at my head. Close my eyes. Again, our lovely deep breathing that gives us that nice sense of relaxation and calm. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just let yourself melt into the floor. Feel supported by the mat. Feel supported by the pillows. Feel supported by the wall. Just some time to leave all your worries behind and have a little present moment time with you and you. So as I've mentioned with these restorative poses, you can stay in them for anywhere from 3 to 15 minutes. So feel free to just chill out and have some time alone. Once you're ready to come out of legs up the wall, I really like to make sure you progress to coming upright. You don't want to just get up and go because you've had all this blood flowing into the abdominal cavity, and you just want to begin by bending the knees. You could actually scoot a little closer with this one because you're not worried about your hamstring flexibility. But you can hang here for a moment or two. You can go into a little bit of a butterfly stretch. This is quite comfortable. You could even go into, getting a little closer, go into a cross leg stretch. So once you've had your time and sort of that first transition out, you're going to scoot back a little bit. I like to go into just a little fetal position. Hang here for a moment or two just to kind of get yourself ready to sit up. Take some deep breaths and relax into this side lying position. Then you're gonna come on up and just sit for a moment or two. And from this position, you'll be ready to go off and enjoy the rest of your day.